Hey folks, this first hands-on with the Z5 Mark II is brought to you by my brand new course, Underwater Wet and Wild with Steph. This is a complete start to finish art nude underwater portrait shoot where we take you along for the entire shooting process, including choosing fabric and accessories, working out how to light and color the shots, and the most difficult, finding out how to get poses that work in that buoyant and literally fluid environment. The course also includes a free bonus beach photo shoot with new model Hana. I show you how to plan and execute a shoot using the rising sun, making use of the available landscape for some stunning results. The whole course is now live and available to download instantly. You can see full details, but please note it's not suitable for work. Check out my link tree. Howdy folks. Now, I think this guy, the new Z5 Mark II, was announced whilst I was in Europe or Australia or I don't know where, but it seems most people already have their first review out. Suffice to say, you probably know the specifications. It's a big leap forward over the original Z5. So I thought, let's just bring it out and give it a first hands-on experience. I've got it in to update my Nikon Expert Setup Guide at the moment. And yesterday I was just talking about my favorite F and Z mount lenses. So I thought, let's bring it out and test it with them. So we have the 200 f2 via FTC adapter, my favorite F mount lens, and the 400 2.8TC, my favorite Z mount lens. So right now there's some women's touch football going on. We'll see what sports we have to shoot here and see how the Z5 Mark II does and how weather sealed it is. Taking a look at the new Z5 Mark II, there's a lot that looks familiar, but there's a lot of new things tucked in here as well compared to the previous Z5. This one is sporting a new 25 megapixel backside illuminated sensor with an extra stop of ISO. It's got a similar EVF and screen, but this screen is fully articulated. The big jump on this one, shooting speed is up from 4.5 frames a second to 14 frames mechanical and up to 30 electronic. It also has 120 frame per second video, pre-capture for stills, and 2.5 stops better IBIS rating. Not bad considering it only grew by 2 millimeters in thickness, but the height and width of the camera are unchanged. So look, in the hand, or more on the monopod, it does feel nice. It's responsive, it's getting the focus nice and quickly. Everything is really familiar if you're a Nikon Z shooter. There's some slight button changement, but it's not a big adjustment. I have to say though, and I hope this goes without saying, that whilst it has the autofocus modes of like the Z8 and Z9 and a lot of those features on paper, you really can't expect to get the same kind of performance. After all, this is entry level and their flagship. So saying that it has the 9 different autofocus detect subjects, for example, doesn't mean you're going to experience the same overall autofocus. But it is doing fairly well. It's super hazy here today though, so I'll try and find some other test subjects so you can get a better idea on the sample files. And let's take a walk through what separates this one out from things like the Z7 and Z8. Whilst the Z5 II is quite comfortable in the hand, you can see it's a really big difference when you compare it to the Z8, less so comparing to the Z7 Mark II. But despite the Z7 II being 5 years older, it still has a leg up over the Z5 II in many ways. It's got 21 extra megapixels of resolution, almost double the number of focus points, the battery life is better, and it's got the top screen, which the Z5 II omits. Now the Z8 is a more current contemporary of the Z5 Mark II, both recently released. The Z8, you can see, towers over the Z5 II, and it really is one of the flagships. So whilst on paper they both have similar kind of specifications, the Z8 you're going to find more responsive, more weather sealed, more suitable to different kinds of shooting situations, and to be fair, a much more suitable sports camera overall. No matter which Z camera you're using, taking the time to set it up for your own style of shooting is how you're going to get the best results. Check out my Nikon Expert Setup Guide. It takes you through every camera in the system, it walks you through every single physical controls on the camera, what I recommend you customize out of the box, then a complete menu deep dive so you can customize them precisely for your style of shooting. Check out the link tree below. Now, having acknowledged that the Z5 II isn't exactly a sports camera, let's go shoot some portraits in the park with Honey. The portraits of Honey in this video have been quickly run through BreeBloom. It retouches out all of the little flaws and pimples that were there on the day without affecting the overall skin texture. You can get a free trial to check it out for yourself, link below. The Z5 II comes with a fairly complex autofocus system like the higher end cameras, with 9 different autofocus detect subjects, including animals. I took it along to a pet cafe and it was doing just fine on the kitty cats. So look, that's about it for the first hands-on here with the Z5 Mark II. It's a great little camera, and I think for an entry level, it's offering fantastic value. And if you're looking for a second camera to back up your Z7, Z8 or Z9, it's also a really nice option. Download the sample files and take a look for yourself. I would point out that all of the sports we shot, it was incredibly hazy, so the images don't look super sharp at 100%. That's more due to atmospheric haze rather than anything to do with the camera or lens. But the test shots we got with Honey are a lot crisper and really show you what the combo is capable of. Check out the expert setup guide. It's been updated for the Z5 Mark II. All of the cameras in the range are included, including initial setup for what you want to do straight out of the box, as well as full customization for the entire range so you can get the most out of them for your style of shooting. Any questions? Let me know, and I'll see you soon.